हेलो दोस्तों, मैं आपका मेरे चैनल लर्न विथ रेशु में स्वागत करती हूँ। वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। I have created a separate video for printf function formatting in Java. Yes, and when I uploaded that video after some time, so it comes many comments. Like one of the comment I like most, and he is the commenter was known as Kamal Bisht. Sorry if I am pronouncing the wrong. He is known as Kamal Bisht, and he asked a very nice questions. He has very nice questions on my video, and I was thinking why not I can answer his all questions all together in a separate video. So I thought maybe I can made a separate video for that, so that he can get the answer. And we have a contact with each other, so we can communicate via WhatsApp group. As I have explained in my previous video, like I have a WhatsApp group which by which you can join and ask queries related to your programming. So he is the one of the member of that group, and he asked the questions there, and in the video as well. So I thought maybe I can answer him, because there are so many questions. So I thought maybe I can answer him directly in a separate video, so he can understand each and everything in detail. And that's why I have created this video. So I will show you his question. Like you can see here, it's a very lengthy question. There are many questions in this complete comment. So I was thinking maybe I can answer it in this video. So I hope it will. And the questions are very important. Yeah, he asks very useful questions. Like it can be asked in a interview also. If you are going to be part of a programming interview or some job interview, so you will find they can ask these type of questions in your interview. So it will be very interesting video for you guys. Please keep watching, and please watch whole video so that you can understand the context of the video or the topic. So let's start. I will explain one by one answer of each question. So stay tuned. Okay, let's start. So I have write down all of his questions here in this notepad, and I have prepared some answers also. What I will do is I will explain one question at a time and explain the answer. So his first question was, percentage means starting syntax. Am I correct? Like in the previous video I have explained, when we format a string, our syntax start with percentage sign. So he is asking like whether it means like starting of the syntax. So yes, this is correct, Kamal, or for everybody, yes, this is correct, and we start the syntax with percentage sign. So the next question is, java.io.printstream, do I need to import it explicitly, or it's by default available for every Java class? So the answer is, like I can repeat it once, java.io printstream, do I need to import it explicitly? It means like, do he need to import in the project on the class, or it by default available for Java class? So answer is, printstream is initialized by Java runtime. Okay, so printstream class is initialized by Java runtime when JVM startup. So when we start a JVM, it already initialized by Java runtime environment. So you don't have to initiate any stream yourself. Okay, if it is okay, so this is the answer. Like you do not need to initialize or import in your project explicitly. It's automatically initiate or initialized by JVM when run Java runtime environment when JVM starts. Okay, so his next question is, if it's by default available to every Java program, then how it could be possible, because object class is the only parent class for every Java program and multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. So it's a very nice question. Like this question is continuation with this question, like Java, whether print stream is explicitly need to be import explicitly or it's available already. So no, I already said we do not need to initialize or import print stream, and it's available by default. Like it's available when Java runtime starts. So what is the it's not and one more thing, print stream class is a subclass of object class. Okay, so and print stream is static member of java.lang.system class. So when we use we use system.out. So in system class it's a static variable. Print strip is a static member. So that's why we can directly call like if we are calling system.out.printf, so we are actually calling print stream directly. So we do not need to initialize or create the object for that. Okay, so here like it's a subclass of object class. Print stream is a static member of Java lang stream system class and pre-initiated at Java startup. So you can change that what stream to use for each of them. Okay, like if you're using we use system.out, we can use system.err and we use system.in. So these three types of commands, system.out, system.in and system.err, I can write down here as well. System.err, you can see here system.err and system.in. This is also present. Okay, so these three things, these three objects is already predefined, like it can be used directly when JVM starts. So that's why we do not need to need to explicitly import it. And yeah, you are right, we can in Java there is not no concept of multiple inheritance. So we are not using here multiple inheritance. It's automatically initialized by JVM, and it's a subclass of object class. So system.out normally output the data you write to in the console. Like when we use this system.out, you know how it used. So when we want to print something in the console, we use it. So I hope you understand the answer of this question. The next question was %d. Does it take only number type or it takes binary, hexadecimal and octal also? So the answer is no, it takes only integers, and integers include long, int, bit, short, big int and yeah, so these and int. So these includes in %d, but for binary there is no formatting for in Java for printf. I am saying, and for hexadecimal and octal, yes, it's present. So %x number is hexadecimal base 16. Like hexadecimal values of base 16, we use %x. And capital X also we can use, and for octal we use %o, small o or capital O, and there is no option for binary. So this is the answer. I can explain you how can we use it. So I have tried to use here, maybe I have deleted. Okay, so what I do is here. So you see here I can comment out till here. So it will be easy to see. Simple, I can say octal, and I am using percentage O, and I can use this or no need to use it. It depends on what you want. So percentage O, and I am writing here 250. So it will give the answer in the console with what is the octal number of octal representation of 250. So let's run this code, and you see here simple octal is 372. So because here also some sys out, so that's why there are many. Okay, I can run again, so it will be visualized clearly. So you see simple octal to 372. So by this way we can change the octal representation. And for hexadecimal, so we use X, and if I use small x, then it will print like this, FA, and if I put capital X, so it will print like this, capital. So this is the difference. That's it for this question. Okay, next one is at 9:11 you wrote system.out.printf this 3. You write 3 here, then it give you result as true, which means if I write any number between 0 to this number, will it give me a true value? Yes, it will give you a true value. And why? Because this statement percentage B is always true if you put here some value. It doesn't matter which value you are keeping here. It can be a text, it can be a decimal value, it can be a number, it can be a boolean value, true or false. But if you put here false or null value, then only it will print false. So I can I have given to you an example with 3. Now I will give you an example with here is the statement that I have used. So I will give you an example of, for example, a text. So I can random text, for example. This is a text. Now we'll see what will be the output. So I run this code again, and you see here is true. So it doesn't matter what is you are putting here, but it should not be. And now I can put here false. So if you are directly inserting false in this value, so automatically it will print false. False. And if you put null, null is also like no value. So if you are putting null, that will also print false. So it's printing false. So I hope you understand by this explanation. Now, and in there any range of it, like it's a continuation of the question, like does it take only the number or it take, no, it's like you write percentage B3, you write 3 here, or like whether it will be a range or not. So I think there is no range. It should be a range, sorry, it should be a range, because I'm not sure about it, sorry for that. And can I also provide the negative value as well? Yes, you can provide negative value. So in this question there are 3 questions. First, whether we can give any value to this boolean formatting. Yes, we can give any value. And whether it is a range or for it, I have no like I'm not sure, but it should be some range. Here I said no, but I think it should be some range. And can I also provide the negative value as well? So no, yes, you can provide negative value as well. So that is the answer of these 3 questions inside all together. Okay, and the next question is, what is the use of it? When should we use it? Like percentage D, what is the use of it? No, percentage B, what is the use of it and why it should be used? Sorry, I confused with this question. where it is context. What is the context of this question? What is the use of it? When should we use it? It is used when we need to format an integer value. Okay, maybe this question is from percentage D, like what is the use of it? So percentage is used for formatting the integer values, that's it. Okay, at 11:58, like it's a timing, like in my video 11:58 you wrote system.out.printf simple integer percentage d percentage and this. You have taken percentage and I was expecting it will print on next line, but it print on the same line. No percentage and means. Okay, this is the answer. So what it he asked me, like I have in this I can show you the syntax. So syntax was this. No, it was here, but I rewrited it. So I can print the syntax here and explain you in detail. So this is the syntax. I can copy it and I paste it here. So here it says so this is the syntax, and then it says like percentage d percentage and this. When I run this so what will be the output? You'll see here it outputs like this. So he was expecting like this information will be in the new line. So no, if I put this here, then it will be in the new line. Let's examine. So I put this here, okay, and run it. So you see, then it's in the new line, but because it was here, so it will create new line after this. So cursor will be moved, like if I put here again and try to run it, so it will be in the same line, but the cursor will be here. So what means, like if I put next syntax after this, like if I place this again, and now it should be like this sentence will be put in the next line. Okay, so let's see. You see here, it will be in the next line automatically. Why? Because I put percentage and after this sentence. So that is the meaning of this. Like if you put percentage and after the formatting string, so it will give a new line character or a new line to the syntax. A sentence like this string will be print here, and after that another string will be print. So it's good formatting type. Like if you write many lines of code, it will be easy for understand, or it looks easy to it will be easy to look on that number of lines if they are one by one. And if you use percentage and in each and every line, then it looks fine. So that's why I use percentage and. Now I hope you understand why I use percentage and why it has not shifted to the next line. The next question is, if you want to print it on same line, then why did you use percentage and here? Yeah, because I have explained already, like we need to print it in the, we need to give a space to the next line. That's why we need to put cursor on the next line. So that's why we put after that. Okay, moreover, you have taken this with a long type, and default type of number is integer. So is there any internal typecasting going on? No, it's not internal typecasting. As I said in the previous video as well, like this %d is used for integers, so it can be any type of integers. Here I am using long value, but if I use for example short or byte or big integer, that also will work fine with this. We do not need to typecast. Okay. Next question is, at 1252 you use local. What is local? A local object represents so answer is, what is local? Local क्या है? What is local? Local object represents a specific geographical, political or cultural region. So it's a class, it's a final class which represents geographical, political or cultural region. An operation then requires a local to perform its task is called local sensitive, and use the local to tailor information for the user. For example, displaying a number in a local sensitive operation, the number should be formatted according to the customs and conventions of the user's native country, region or culture. And that's why when I use here, I can show you this example again. So I commented out this again so that it will be easy to understand, and this one again, sorry. So now you see here I use local US and local Italy. I use both in the both printf statements. I use %d, %n here also, but according to the local it changed the output. I will show you how it changed the output. So if I run this program, you look here, I have put %d, but still it's here it's using point or a decimal, and here it's using comma. So comma, usually in US local we use after 100, like 1 stands 100 we use comma, and in Italy after 1 stands 100 we use comma. Decimal. So that is the representation of according to local. Like if we use for example here local dot Canada for example. So let's see what will be the output. So local.canada use comma. So it depends on like how the local is using. So you see here it's changed from decimal to comma. So that's why I want to explain you, like you can change that thousands of points, like 1 stands 100 and 1 stands 100, and then here if you want comma, or if you separate the digits on 1000 spaces, so you can, how it will reflect on the basis of local. That is what I wanted to explain, and that's why I use local, and it's a functionality which printf provides us. So I hope you understand this. And then we move to another question, like is it a variable? No. So yeah, he is asking whether local is a variable. No, it's a final class and a subclass of object class. And what is the internal working of local? How many ways I can use local? So I have already explained, like if you want to specialize the context or the formatting dependent on the local, then we can use it. Okay. So this, I hope you got the answer of this question. The next question is 1758. At 1758, you write system.out.printf %-5.2f %n, and this here you have used minus sign will increase the number size on right side of the number. Am I correct? And if I want, I can replace it with any number like this. Yeah, you can replace it. It simply place the space on the right side. Yes, you can use it and will assign the space accordingly. Yeah, So it will it will assign the space accordingly. Yes, you are correct. And minus symbol for increase space of the right side of the number. Without minus, if we increase space size from the left side. Yeah, like if you use minus sign, it will place space on the this side, and if you do not place minus sign, it will place space on the this side. So I am showing you this side because I am showing you. Somebody don't know what is left and right. I am not saying everybody, but there are some who don't understand right left. So I am saying this side, if you place minus, it will give you spaces this side, and if you forget to place, or if you don't put minus sign, it will give you spaces this side. Okay, so I hope you get my answer. Date class is a part of which class or package? If you have seen my video, yeah. So he asked another question. Date class is a part of which class or package? So you see here, if you haven't seen my video carefully, so you have seen I have imported the package date java.util, and in this util package we have a class known as date. So that's why it's a class which is a package from util package. Okay, do you need to import any package? Yes, we need to import java.util package. Yeah, okay. Or it will be available for Java class, and how it is possible. So I have already explained, we need to import it. Okay, same he asked, like because object class and multiple inheritance. So I have already explained. Now next question 24, you show the program to convert time accordingly to 24-hour clock, but I want to convert it 12-hour clock. How can we do that? Okay, so here asking about this one. So in this syntax, I commented out this one. So in this syntax, you see here I have created the object of date class, and here I am putting th minutes, tm minutes, and ts. So he wanted, if I want in the hour 20, I am using here hour 20, where is that question, 24, but if I want in the 12 hours, so how can we use that? Okay, it's very simple. In place of h, you can use r. So if you put here r, I hope it will work. I have explained here as well. So yes, if you put tr, so it will be shown in hours clock. Like I can give you a syntax directly. For example, here, so I put on 12-hour clock, so I put tr. Okay, and now in place of now I put date. Okay, so I run this code, and you see in hours, 12 hours, it looks like this. So I hope you got my answer. Again, at 2219, you show the program for date format. How many types of format I can make it? So you can make any type of date format, as you were asking these types, so it's possible. I have already created this type of date formatting here, so I commented off that, and now I will run this. So you'll see I have created all type, like DD, DMY, MDY, and YMD. So all type of, just put colon slash, and you can convert it any format. If you want, you can keep like hyphen, so it will be formatted like this. So let's see. uh, so you see here we put hyphen here. So that, I hope you got the answer. Next is in 2256 you declare string format, this one. I like this one very much, but only string can hold it, or it can take primitive data types as well to store it. No, it cannot do by primitive data type. Yeah, it can be used by string or a format class object. So two types, by two ways we can use this thing. So formatter, I have told formatter class, there is one formatter class where we can initialize that class, object of the class, and use formatter.format and create our format, and that format we can use like this. I can like this. So in this I can put any string. For example, here is a string, and then in the place of this date I put formatter. So when we run it, it will give output sorry, I put println. So when we use println and just place this string plus formatter, so it will print the string. So you see the here, so it places the 0.4G, and here is the string. So it represented scientific or decimal floating point notation to 4 places. So here it's after point it's 4, so it will plate scientific or decimal floating point notation to 4 places, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Okay, and then the next question is, I want to calculate 10 movies duration so I can get total time duration. How can I do it? Sorry, but I don't understand your question. Like, it's a simple thing, like if you have 10 movies duration, you just add it and show it. So I don't know how you are questioning here. If you can ask this question again and explain little bit what you want, then I will answer this question in the next series. Okay, if I want to print number like this, how can I do it? I guess it's also a part of format, but you forget to explain it. No, I haven't forget it, but I have give you the explanation. Like, if I place percentage comma d and percentage comma d and put any long number, then it will automatically replaces put the comma after thousands, like 1 stands 100 and then comma, 1 stands 100 and then comma. So I will show you these two numbers. I hope this is your question. Like, I have created already a string, already a sentence. So first I will make this comment. Okay, now I will you look here, percentage comma d. So it will place comma after 1 stands 100 here. Okay, so I will run this, and you see here 1 stands 100 comma, 1 stands 100 comma. So it fragmented or formatted the string or the number like this. So we can do this with printf function. So I have explained all your questions, answer to all of your questions, and I hope you understand why I have using those information in here, and how how we can explain this according to your context, like what you want to answer, what the explanation you want from me, I have tried to explain you in this video. I hope you understand all these things, and if you have more queries, you are very much welcome to write your queries or comments in the video. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice evening.